Verbal agreements in Pennsylvania, are they legally binding? This question often arises in business dealings and personal transactions. While a handshake deal might seem straightforward, the legal reality can be more complex. In Pennsylvania, verbal agreements are generally considered binding. However, for a verbal contract to be valid, it must contain three essential elements: an offer, acceptance, and consideration. An offer is a clear proposal to enter into an agreement. Acceptance occurs when the other party agrees to the terms. Consideration refers to something of value exchanged between the parties. For example, if you offer to mow your neighbor's lawn for $20 and they agree, you have a verbal contract. The offer is lawn mowing, the acceptance is your neighbor's agreement, and the consideration is the $20. However, not all verbal agreements are enforceable in Pennsylvania. The statute of frauds requires certain types of contracts to be in writing. These include agreements for the sale of real estate, contracts that cannot be performed within 1 year, promises to pay another person's debt, and sales of goods over $500. There are exceptions to these rules. Partial performance can sometimes make an otherwise unenforceable verbal agreement valid. For instance, if a tenant moves into a property and starts paying rent based on a verbal agreement, a court might enforce the contract even without a written lease. Enforcing a verbal agreement can be challenging. Without a written document, disputes often arise over the exact terms agreed upon. To prove a verbal contract in court, you might need witness testimony, emails, or text messages referencing the agreement or evidence of past dealings between the parties. Verbal contracts can cover a wide range of situations. Service contracts, like hiring a car wash or a house cleaner, are common examples. Lawsuit settlements and some landlord-tenant agreements can also be verbal, though written contracts are strongly recommended in these cases. Given the potential complications, it's generally advisable to put important agreements in writing. This provides clarity for all parties and makes enforcement much easier if a dispute arises. If you find yourself in a situation involving a verbal contract, consulting with a legal professional can help you understand your rights and options. Remember, while verbal agreements can be binding in Pennsylvania, they come with risks. Clear communication and documentation are your best tools for avoiding misunderstandings and legal complications in any agreement.